that sounds well and good, but I see the flip side here, because there's a major downside, this like incontrovertible truth, which is that when you make it easier for people to get away with selling drugs, drug dealers are going to proliferate on our nation's streets. And so there's obviously a very heavy tension here, and that's kind of what the Attorney General Sessions comes down hard on the side of prosecuting drug dealers. I don't know what the answer is, but it's a
I know what the answer is, Bob.
Of course you know.
Yes.
Prohibition, we learned a lesson. It ruined lives. And once we lifted prohibition, people learned to drink responsibly. A lot of people don't, but that's what human nature is. We can't control everybody. How can we teach people how to enjoy what Earth offers if we constantly make everything illegal? People have a right to their own oblivion, and we must allow them to seek it in the safety of their own homes instead of criminalizing them and putting them in prison.
Very well said. Listen, this thing started mostly under Reagan when he had the three-strike issue, and who got incarcerated? It wasn't just major drug dealers. It was a lot of people who smoked dope and got caught for the third time and put it in, and it eventually led to the creation of for-profit prisons. Now, you know, the fact of the matter is, the Sessions, he would arrest somebody who smoked what?
I just wanted to tell you something.
Did you just interrupt me and say you wanted to tell me something?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
You guys were on TV right now.
99% of the people under the federal laws that are incarcerated are for drug trafficking. It's not like Cheech and Chong people.
Yeah, but they don't have a lot of people who smoke dope.
No.
No, really?
No.
But we got to quantify sizes of how much drugs, right, Kimberly?
Yeah, in state, if you can get busted for possession, etc., but not federal. In federal, where these mandatory minimums and these sentencings are, that's who you're dealing with and who it's catching.
Well, that's also the issue of when you talk about dealing.
Excuse me.
The difference between charging someone with crack cocaine and powder cocaine is a different.
Oh my goodness.
I think they changed that, right?
Well, I don't know whether they did or they didn't, but the point is that how long are we going to keep doing this and recognize that you're right, Greg. You're going to have people. You're going to.
Are you irritated?
A big one off the street. Somebody's going to take it.
And in some areas of life,
She's bugging me too.
The drug dealer is just no different than a businessman dealing something. I know, but remember, human beings.
Are you done?
A way out of their lives.
Why don't you ask the people that have been put out of their lives in Chicago and in inner cities across
Are
the
you
country
done?
from violent crime?
Are you gonna stop?
Drug cartels led by gang members. They're not businessmen. They're murderers, and they prey on innocent lives.
Oh,
If you legalize marijuana and cocaine and force people to go to clinics to do it, and I was addicted to both of them. I was addicted to most everything, addicted to you, which is amazing. But
I gotta get Jesse in here before you can.
Listen,
if it's gonna get locked up, I say let him go. Don't you remember how
I've been locked up so many times. What?
I was gonna bring up the story where you forgot where you put a certain
somebody's
stash or something.
irritated.
Yes. But we won't talk about that.
We did that on your show, didn't we?
Yes.
I never got more response.
Yeah.
I was on that show with him.
I put
the puppy.
$25,000 in an ounce of cocaine in a security box, and I couldn't find it.
Yes.
I haven't been able to find it.
I mean, this is my point.
Jesse,
I want to hear more about that. No one ever found it?
No, and they tried.
So
Everybody.
it's still out there somewhere, everybody.
yes, it's the beginning of a reality show. Find Bob's stash.
I gotta go.
It's always the ones you suspect.
Busted out of here.
All right, Jesse. My sense with Donald Trump is that he's the kind of person who doesn't want to interfere with American lives. So I'm surprised that he would go this hard on something like that.
Yes, but on the other hand, he's very anti-drug. He's never smoked pot in his life, and his brother had a big
Doesn't
drug
drink.
problem. He does not drink alcohol, and he's a law and order guy. And a lot of these drug traffickers are involved with MS-13.
Yeah, and how about-
And they ruin children's
Yeah.
lives.
35,000 Americans died from opioid abuse last year.
Alcohol
One of the things that he
doesn't
campaigned
much
about,
better.
and so did Christie, and we saw we were in
Yeah.
New Hampshire for the
Exactly.
convention.
So it's a compassionate
issue.
move by the president and the attorney
I
general.
disagree.
You call that a compassionate move?
Well, I think it keeps the streets safer, and it keeps
It doesn't.
children
It hasn't.
away from
It hasn't so
narcotics.
far.
It's
Well, that's because for the last 8 years they were trying to rehab these criminals.
Obama.
And make them
Obama's
feel
got
better
around.
about
The reason why the streets were filled with criminals is because they weren't keeping the criminals under gun laws in jail. They were letting them out.
Who's supposed to see you here? Am I supposed to see you?
I am.
Oh, you are. Sorry.
Directly ahead, Bob. A major story you won't hear much about in the mainstream media. Christians under attack in the Middle East. We'll be right back with that.